back, everybody. This is Mog once more here on Mog's Cast, playing some more Kerbal Space Program, and we did get the refueling module up here last time, so I've got our lander all refueled at this point. So we're going to be sending this thing back down to the surface of the Mun. If we can see the Mun, I was going to get a shot of it. There it is. We're on the dark side currently, but we'll be landing on the light side. That's the goal here. So why don't we go ahead and, since we do have this thing all refueled, I've even refueled all the RCS that was missing. We're going to go ahead and undock this thing, switching over to it. And I think I actually fixed the issue with the throttling back up when we'd leave map view, which is good because that was annoying as shit. I think it was an outdated mod, is what was going on, I do believe, if I'm not entirely mistaken. So what we're going to go ahead and do is get set up on our retrograde and start shortening our orbit. Going a little crazy there, Lander. Turn back on our SAS to help us maintain our position on the nav ball. And we don't have anything in front of us, so let's switch back to translation mode. We're going to burn off some RCS to bring in our initial trajectory, because... Whoa! That didn't work. I think it's because I switched to map view. Freaked it out. Okay, let's switch back off and go back to our retrograde, because that didn't work. I guess I can watch it from the cockpit view here that I've got set up. Turn back on SAS, come on now. Okay, there we go. Switch back over to translation, and we're going to bring this down and keep it going. Now, the reason I'm using RCS to lower this is because we got so close on fuel last time. I want to try to save as much fuel as possible at this point. So we're gonna cruise this thing on down. I'm hoping to get that number right here, our periaps, down to about 100 kilometers at the very least. I guess I should probably keep an eye on our monopropellant too. We don't need a whole lot to dock. I think I used maybe like an eighth of our RCS reserves when I came and redocked, if that, on the last time. So yeah, cruise on down. We're at about 130 kilometers. On our periaps, and as you can see, it is firing. This thing has lights, right? I'm not positioned to light this thing up, I guess. That's okay. Whatever. We'll save the electricity, since we don't have unlimited of that either at this point. Either we don't have our thermal generators, or our geothermal, or probably not geothermal. That wouldn't make sense here. Oh, we're down past 100. So, whoa. Okay. Apparently, no, I didn't fix the throttle issue. That sucks. Whatever. It's fine, I guess. We can make do for this. So, okay, we're going to be circling around this direction and then coming in. So what's going to happen is, as we get closer, I think I'm going to try to land somewhere out here in the clearing. Is going to be the idea where we're shooting for, because we've kind of always shot for craters at this point. I'm just going to go for something simple on this path. So why don't we go ahead and get this set up? And we're going to probably shoot for right about that. It's asking for about 114.9 meters a second delta V to get that trajectory going. We have 1,752 meters per second delta V in our tanks on this vessel. And I switched back to this, and it didn't throttle us up. And there they go again. Damn it. That's so annoying. That's so incredibly annoying. I cannot believe... I just updated all the mods. I don't know what's causing it. The only one I can think that might even be affecting it is MechJeb. But it says it's updated to the most recent version. Maybe there's other issues here, but it's whatever. There's not much I can do about it at this point. I've updated. I don't know what else I can attempt to even try. So let's just come on in here. We're just going to do this. Asking for 2 seconds, delta V. It's asking for 76.2 at this point. So 2 seconds. We're going to watch our countdown here. Okay, now that we're at about that point, I'm going to shut off RCS. We're going to look for that node. It's probably going to be close to our retrograde, pretty much right on our retrograde, it looks like. Oh, away with you, open node. Okay, right there. So let's zoom on in a bit. Oh, shot past it. That's okay, not a big deal. And boom. We'll call that good. That's got our trajectory coming in for skimming across the surface a bit. Why don't we flip over this way? Okay, cool. We're still set. We don't have our throttle. Ah, you sneaky bastard. I friggin' hate that. If anybody can tell me what the hell is going on with that, that would be spectacular. Because they should not be firing when I switch between control modes. And I don't know what's happening there. It happens when I switch to the map view and back. It happens when I switch, apparently, from docking mode to staging mode. Okay, I've vented enough about it. There's nothing I can do. So it is what it is. We're just gonna deal with it. I'm gonna try to not complain about it, but okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's whatever. It's whatever. Okay, what's our true altitude? About 8.5 kilometers up, give or take. Let's go ahead and switch back over. We're gonna try to land before we get to that. We want to try to land in this clearing. Let's throttle ourselves up and try to kill that lateral velocity. Are we sitting above the crater still? Okay, we're going to pass it over, that's fine. This will be pretty darn clear, I think, at this point. So I'm watching my nav ball go up. As it gets closer to the top, we're going to go ahead and cut throttle right there, check out where it is sitting, and get it right there on the node if we can. And we are pretty much going to plummet straight down at this point. So I should also note at this point that this is probably going to be one of the last Kerbal Space Program videos for a little while. I do plan to go back. I really do like this game, but I kind of want to wait for some of the new update stuff to come out and give us a little more direction in our space program. Not that I can't come up with missions on our own, it's just having them set in stone makes things a little bit more tricky and a little more forced into a planning scenario, which is cool by me. It's fine. It's fun coming up with our own plans in kind of like a semi-sandbox mode, but I do like having those restrictions. It makes it seem a little more logical. But we're down to about half of our Delta V, so we're cruising on in here. We're about 3 kilometers up. Let's go ahead and skip on down a bit more. We're probably not going to need our landing lights. We can just watch for our shadow. If I can even find it at this point. We're at about 1 kilometer up. Let's go ahead and kill off that velocity a bit. Where is our shadow? There's our shadow, pretty much right below us, right there. If you can see it. Nope. Don't start going back up. That's not what we want at all. Cruising on down about 0.5 kilometer up. And we're going to be able to land on this pretty dang perfect landing flat zone here. This I don't want to call it a plateau. That's not quite right, is it? About 150 kilometers up. We're at about a good landing speed there. Let's try to hold that. Our landing leg should absorb this kind of a speed. They should, and we'll be coming down a bit more too. 50 kilometers up. I'm going to give us a little more throttle here. Just a hair. And I'm going to cut it and just let it drop. Bonk. Okay, we have 873 meters per second Delta V still in our tanks. Let's go ahead and extend that ladder out. Can we shimmy this thing up? Okay, the legs have stopped shaking. We're good. They should be stabilized. Ace Pilot Fun Gun, right? This Fun Gun? Fun Gun. It's going to jump out and get us a sample here. Okay, Fun Gun. Another landing site for you, buddy. Stick the Majigglypuff, the flag, that's what I'm trying to say here. Lunar Lander 1. Landing Site 2? I'm pretty sure that's the second time we've landed with this guy. The first time was when it first came in here. We've had other landers, but not for this guy. This is number 2. Pilot. What were we? What was your full title? Ace Pilot. Ace Pilot Fun Gun. Not Fun Gim. Fun Gun. Snag that. Turn on our lights. Let's admire our handiwork here, shall we? Oh, look at that beautiful flag. And that handsome devil right there in the middle, ah. Let's grab a sample while we're here. Actually, we're going to grab an EVA report. 32 science worth. Let's go ahead and keep that data. That's worth it. Snag a surface sample. Mun's Midland. We've already grabbed this, haven't we? We have, you son of a bee sting. Whatever, we're going to take it. It's the best we can do, I guess. I did not realize we had already got equipped for this area. So let's go ahead and get you back up into the lander. Board this thing. Let's grab a crew report while we're here. That's not going to do crap for us. Whatever. Not a big deal. I guess, like, is this what it counted? Like, is it just all along the horizon and not in a crater? Is that, or all along the equator, not in a crater? What is considered the Mun Midlands? Do I need to land a bit higher, up in the darker, or maybe down here? Who knows? It's something we'll have to investigate in the future. For now, we're just going to go ahead and get back up into orbit. But let's set this as target, because that's what we're shooting for. Let's fast forward a bit, wait for it to go by us a little bit, because we actually catch up on it pretty darn quick. So it's passed us by. Let's go ahead and get this thing underway, shall we? Fire those engines, start tilting over, because that's what we are after. We're going for the 90 degree to keep us on orbit. Let's put away our landing gear. Let's put away our ladder. Probably should have put away the ladder the first time. Whatever, it's not a big deal. Let's take a peek. We're cruising up. I guess I can watch this from here too, can't I? Let's throttle this thing up. Flip ourselves over, get onto a proper orientation on our nav ball. Oh my god, we've gone way too far. How can we adjust this? If we do one of these, that'll push us out a bit. 106, that's too much. Too much. This could be interesting, guys. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Is we are gonna ride this thing out. We're gonna take advantage of all the fuel we wasted. We're gonna push this out so that we at least have an orbit. Hopefully getting closer out toward our destination. We'll have to do some RCS corrections, but not the end of the world. Let's push it up to about 100 or 209 apparently. We'll go to 200. Close to 200, and that's what we're going to be correcting. We'll have about 60-ish meters per second delta V remaining in the tank. This could be a close one. I can't believe I let that go so far. Whatever, nothing we can do now. We just have to deal with the mistakes we made. Zooming on up. Whoa, wigging out. I accidentally clicked outside my window. Okay, I'm watching this. It's getting close. There we have it. So let's go ahead. We're going to engage our throttle. Push that out to right there. And I'm hoping we can use that other 63. Oh no, don't want to switch targets. We just want to set up a node. Add maneuver. Let's get that centered. And if we slow ourselves... bring that back up. If we slow ourselves down to right about there, that'll leave us with approximately 20 meters a second delta V that we'll be able to use. Now we're still quite a ways off, but it'll have us aligned about on one side, give or take. Now this may actually cause us to take a longer time getting into to a rendezvous course, but at least we'll be on at least a partial alignment. So zip it on over. And okay, we're getting close. Let's slow down that time warp. Right about there we'll say is good. Let's bring that back in. That looks good to me. Kill that. 20 meters per second delta V left in our tanks. So at this point, we're just pretty much just going to ride this until we get closer. That's actually not half bad. 91 separation there. What can we do? So let's slow this down. We're going to grab this point here. If we do... Nope, don't want to do that. But if we wait until they're aligned, if we cruise out that way, that'll get us closer to 39. If we slow it down, that'll get us a rendezvous. 17 kilometer distance separation. 25, that's not the direction. 14, if we correct a bit more there. 20, slow it down, no. If we speed it, 7 kilometer difference. Let me bring up this window and we'll be able to actually prepare a little bit and see how early we're going to have to burn our RCSs to adjust ourselves. Probably won't be that long, to be completely honest, and we'll have a little bit of fuel left. Just a smidge, maybe enough to help slow us down a bit. But 7.9, 8 kilometers isn't that bad, in all honesty, for the mistakes that we made on our fuel. I'm kind of glad I used some of that RCS to burn us off initially, because we'd be even more screwed by like a lot if we hadn't used our RCS on the get-go. Okay, so it's asking for 17. We have that. That's fine. Not by much. Zip on over. Okay, closest approach is 10, 9, 5. Okay, we are out. We are out of fuel. We're at 6.7, 6.6-ish kilometer distance. That's fine. Okay, so here's what we're going to have to do to actually get this alignment properly done. So we need to push out about 15 meters a second delta V. Not a big deal, we can pull that off. Let's zip over here, get set up on our node, and then we'll be getting ready, and we won't have to worry about the dang throttle issue anymore because our engines are going to be out of fuel. All we'll have to worry about is our RCSs and when to fire those. So with SAS centered, let's zip on over. Closest approach is in about an hour. So let's shorten that time, shall we? 7 minutes. And there it is. 5, 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute, and okay, I'm going to switch over to RCS, turn that on, and start firing it. Okay. So basically what I'm going to do is zero us out, and then start burning toward it. We should have more than enough RCS to pull off this maneuver. This should not be an issue. Okay. So, we've pretty much completed that. Let's shut off RCS for a moment. Let's rotate over. Let's find our retrograde marker. Whoa! And we want to start burning toward... Whoa, now. Come on now. Turn on RCS. Or SAS. Now we're going to turn on RCS and start killing that throttle, or that velocity, and actually start going back toward the station with our RCS. Alright. Get that centered well pretty good. Zip that on down, and as you can watch here in this screen, we're actually getting much closer. At this point, we'll be able to see our relative velocity. Let's go to about the 2.3 kilometer range. Get in there nice and close. Okay, so I am going to start readjusting using our translation modes here to bring that up. We're also going to be slowing ourselves down so that we don't shoot by it. Alright, we're going to be within a kilometer. This is certainly within RCS maneuverability range. We still have over 100 monopropellant left in our tanks. Oh, well, go away. Don't want those. Okay, we can get rid of that one now. We're getting close. Nice and close. Closest approach in about 2 minutes. Cool, we're back in the sunlight too, so we can actually make sure that we're not going to run out of electricity. We're sitting pretty with our batteries though, so not too much we have to worry about there. Turn back on RCS. Let's face toward the station. Start getting this corrected again too. Flip back over. Let's bring that up. What is... Oh, I haven't removed our marker yet. That's what's going on. Bring that up there. Let's speed up. We're going to be within about 30 kilometers or 30 meters. That is good. Okay, what up, station? Lunar OMPL-1. Okay, we got about a meter per second we need to burn off. In the meantime, let's go ahead and set that docking port. We're also going to shut off SAS for a moment. Control from here, it's going to flip around our orientation. Let's put us on a chase view. There it is. Flip this around. And let's flip over. No, don't want RCS being used at this point. We don't need it. Okay. We're going to be passing it by here in a moment. And that's going to be what we want. We want to try to get on a little bit better alignment with the station as a whole. That's not half bad. Why don't we go ahead, switch back over, and bring ourselves to a stop. Okay. Nope, we're going away from it, aren't we? Turn off RCS, let's flip over. We are cruising away. Okay. Recenter. Bring that back. Oh, we're going even further away. What's going on? Am I not controlling from that port anymore? I don't think I am. Stupid controls, not maintaining what I want. Okay. That's looking okay. Should be going back toward it now. We're still targeted on there. And yeah, we want to control from here. That's what we want. Okay. I'm going to turn on our lights. Probably won't need them too much here, but that's okay. Go up, go to the right a bit more. Zoom it on in. There we go. This looks better. Now I've got things under control. Okay, guys. Let's bring ourselves to a halt as best we can. Turn on precision mode here. I'm also going to rotate just a hair. Turn off RCS. I don't need you, RCS. Reorient. Reorient this way. RCS, translation mode. Bring that back down in there. And let's just go for it. We're going to cruise on in. Oh, that's pretty fast. 0.6 meters a second is pretty cruising. It's like 3 feet a second. That's a good amount of motion. That's not the kind you want to hit the station with. It doesn't seem like much, but it'll screw you. So we're going to bring off the throttle a bit. Back down in the 2 to 1 range is where you want to be for docking in speed. Let's orient down just a hair. SAS, stay on. Up. Looks good. Let's go to the left just a hair. Down. We pretty much center. We're going to cruise in. Tilt over to the left just a bit. And we should have docking here. Yep, there it is. So cool. We made it back even with the mistakes we made. We are back on the station. Let's go ahead and let's bust out our crew report. That isn't going to be worth anything. Let's recycle that. And process lab data, shall we? We got this one from the surface. Let's process that in this guy here. So we're processing the data. We can see it up here going through the percentages. It does take a little bit to go through here. Dun, 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 dun. Da, 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 da. So the giveaway for the copy of KSP is over at this point, but if you guys still have a suggestion for a game you'd like to see me play in the future, it doesn't even have to be a game I own, but I can't make any guarantees that I'll end up being able to play a game you suggest. Just because, I mean, I just had a bunch of tickets. Well, I had a ticket I had to pay. I had to pay like $300 in dentist bill. I had to do a little bit for a doctor appointment bill that I had to pay, all in this month. So like funds are pretty tight currently. That's not going to get us any science without a recovery. I guess we'll keep the data. We can get rid of that. It's not worth anything. The EVA report would have been nice, but you know what? Whatever. What does clean experiments do? Cleaning out the Science Junior. Okay. Oh, we already sent it. Okay, that's fine. So I guess that makes it possibly reusable, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I'm nuts. But we already got the science from it. So unfortunately, we're going to have to probably design a few more ships to come out here for landers and actually go down to the surface of the Mun, grab some more rock samples from places we haven't been, and actually return. Because that's going to be our best return for our investment of time. Doing things like that. But like I said, I don't know how much I'm going to be playing this in the next little while. I do imagine I'll be coming back to this at some point, probably when a new update comes out. Seems to be the most logical time to do that. So for now, guys, that's mission complete. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time. Cheers, guys.